Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have decided to make a video series on history of English literature. In this video series, I will cover all the ages of English literature and I will discuss the historical background of every age, and I will also discuss all the important authors and their works of every ages. So I want you to sit with pen and paper when you watch any video of this series, and make sure you watch all the videos of this series, because unless you watch all the videos you will not get a clear idea about history of English literature. So this is the first video of this series. Today I will discuss the Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period.
So let's jump to the topic, Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period. At first we will look at the historical background of the age and then we will discuss the literary characteristics of the age. Actually, when we talk about the historical background of the early Britain, it is actually the history of its invaders. Celts were the oldest resident of England, which came to England before a long time. They were made of numerous tribes, and one of the tribe were Briton, and the name of the Britain came from this tribe, Briton. Then in 43 CE, Romans invaded Britain and stayed there nearly 300 years. It was the Romans who brought Christianity to England. But after that, Romans had to withdraw from Britain to protect their own lands from invaders, and the Britons were too weak to defend themselves. So at that time, Angles, Saxons, and Jutes came to Britain from northern Germany. And among them, the Jutes were not so strong, but Angles and Saxons were so strong. Angles and Saxons stayed there from 410 AD to 1066 AD, and this period is known as the Old English period and the Anglo-Saxon periods. And their language was the Old English. It has similarities with German language because they came from the northern Germany. Now we will see the literary characteristics of this age. It is very sad to say that in this age we didn't get so many remarkable works, because at that time people were so busy in wars, so they couldn't get enough time to write literature. And at that time there was no printing press, so most of the works were written in manuscripts and they had been destroyed. We couldn't get them. And at that time literature was orally transmitted, so because of the oral transmitted transmission we couldn't get those works. Now we will see the kinds of poetry available at that time. Mainly there were two types of poetry, which were heroic poetry and the religious poetry. At that time there were two types of people living in England. First one was the Britons, and who were the Christians, and the second one was the Germanic tribes like Angles and Saxons, who were the pagan people who didn't believe in God. So the pagan people wrote the heroic poetries like Beowulf, and the Britons, who were the Christian, wrote the religious poetries. And also there are two types of poetries like elegies and riddles. Now we will talk about the most important work at this age, is the Beowulf. And I will make a separate video on this topic, so I will not go in a detailed description of this work in this video. The most interesting fact about this work is that the author of the work is not known. It is the only complete work we have got from the Old English period, and it is also known as the national epic of England. It is actually a story of a warrior who kills a monster and his mother also. Now we will see the two important poets of this age are the Edmund and Saint-Simon. And whatever works we get in the Old English period, they are written mainly in four manuscripts. The first one is the Exeter book. This is the most important manuscript. Wanderer, the Seafarer are written in this manuscript. And the second one is the Junius manuscript. And the third one is the Vercelli manuscript. And the fourth one is known as the Beowulf manuscript or the Novel manuscript. At this age, not only poetry, prose were also written. Alfred the Great was known as the father of English prose. He translated many texts from Latin to English. Then in 1066 AD, the Normans invaded England and the Anglo-Norman period started. We will discuss about the Anglo-Norman period in the next video. This is all for today, and I think you have understood the Anglo-Saxon period very well. So if you like this video, please like, comment and share, and please subscribe my channel to get the whole video series about the history of English literature. Thank you.